Hey, what up guys? It's Vel and Smalley here, and I wanted to make a video to show you guys how easy it is to craft up my gear for the Ice Crash Hollow Palmer. Now, there's not actually a lot of pieces of gear to craft on this build, but what we do have is a belt, a chest piece, as well as some rings. I'm going to show you how to make the belt first because it is super easy to make. So you pick up a eye level 86 Stygian belt. You can either get it already huntered, or you can buy yourself a hunter exalt and just slam that bad boy. And then you take the highest tier dexterity essences that you can get, in this case deafening essences of sorrow. You pick these because you can get flat dexterity on them, which is, I mean, the more flat equals the more percent, the better it can be, right? You want as much dexterity as you can. This is the way to do it. And you just slam it. And you just keep slamming until you get this and percent attributes. Okay, that rolled like really nice on the life. You also want to make sure before you do this that it's qualityed up. This way you don't have to spend any extra intrinsic catalysts. So just make sure you go here, get the attribute modifiers. It does not give you any chance to get your attributes anymore, but it is nice to already have that rolled on. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, it's not what we want, but it is nice. It is nice. By the time you're done rolling, you should have something that looks like this. In my case, I have the top tier dexterity, T1 attributes, and I have max life on it. Now, I basically just rolled this to get the dexterity and attributes. Then I spent 2x on the multi-mod. I spent another 2 on suffixes can't be changed. And I rolled this with life until I got the life modifier. Because you know how essences can be. Sometimes you don't get what you want. You get close, but you don't exactly get what you want. For example, I have this lovely one that I've been rocking for a long time. And only near the end of making this character did I, or only near the end of this character did I make this one, which I never really got to use. But this one was good enough. It did the job. You generally just want to make sure you get dexterity, T2, T1 attributes, and some life on there. Whatever else you get is just a bonus. Now, for the rings, I basically did the same thing. In each case, I just slammed it with some essences. Even this one, this unset ring, I couldn't find a single unset ring that had really high dexterity and good resist. So I just made it with dexterity essences. I can't tell you exactly how much it cost me, but I know that it was probably less than an exalt worth to slam both these rings. And the frostbite on hit ring itself is a synthesis ring, so you can just buy that straight up. Right now it's 6 exalts. Let me see offline. I bought it for about 1. Yeah, exactly. I bought it for about 1.5. I'm actually shocked that it's 6 exalts right now. But end of league prices, we know how it is. If you can't afford the frostbite on hit ring, you can always get yourself a redeemer ring and either slam it again with essences until you get your frostbite on hit, or you can also just use the caster roll in. You could also use the caster roll in Harvest, and that will get you your frostbite on hit, and then you can craft on whatever else. I have made some absolutely nutty rings this way that I've sold for very good money, not to mention my own rings. Now it comes to the chest piece. The chest piece is new. Normally, I know what you're thinking, but Vel, the wild wrap is the best. It's actually not anymore. Now, with the new Eldritch currency, we can make a chest piece that's not only 1-2% better, DPS-wise, but it has health. And we can get resist, which is just absolutely massive and necessary. So, I mean, we know this build's tight on health and resist. It's always nice to have more places to have this. So, nice thing about this is it's not that hard to craft. The first thing you want to do is get yourself a chest piece with the Alva mod for flat life and percent life. Now, I went with a Desert Brigandine because it is armor evasion and it makes it so much easier to roll your 5 red and 1 green. Also, I go with the Alva mod. This way I can craft on the percent life and mana, giving me like 16 to 20% additional life just on the chest piece. So once I have that, this is where it gets pretty easy and it's pretty fun. So you get yourself some Eldritch Chaos, right? If Syrian Exarch is dominant, reroll prefixes. Okay, we don't want that. We don't want that. We need Eater of Worlds to be dominant. So then we're gonna use, I mean, I have some grands. I could use graders instead, but I'm just gonna throw on a grand on that bad boy and start from there. Now, when I use these Eldritch Chaos, it will not re-roll my prefixes. So I'm just able to sit here and slam it. See that? I already got 48 dexterity on this. Literally, it is that easy. It is that easy. You just spend Eldritch Chaos, and when you're done with that, then you want to take your Grand Eldritch Ichor and your Grand Eldritch Embers and try to roll on the Hatred has 26% increased aura effect and 16% increased effect of non-curse auras from your skills. This is massive damage. This is what makes this equal, if not just a slightly better to Wild Wrap. And it's really that simple, guys. You can get whatever resist you want. Just Eldritch Chaos. I bought this chest piece for 15C at the end of the league. Not linked, I did that myself. But it was that cheap just to get the temple mod. And then the rest was up to me to make. And because attributes are pretty common, it was not even that hard to roll. So that's about it when it comes to crafting up the gear for Ice Crash. It's very easy. I hope none of you, after seeing this, would be intimidated about crafting when you see how easy it is. And if you have any feedback, any comments, you can definitely write down below, help out the algorithm, and come to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Velyna, and check out what I'm currently doing. I hope to see you all there. Bye, guys.